today's video, I want to compare the MPG of our second gen 3.5 liter EcoBoost in our 2018 F-150 to the MPG of our second gen 2.7 liter EcoBoost in our 2019 F-150. Now, it's going to be interesting because we're going to be towing a 5,000 pound dump trailer, but this time the trailer is actually loaded with some brush. Now it's hard to know the exact weight of the brush right now at the time of filming the video because we haven't weighed the trailer, but we are going to weigh the trailer to figure out how much this is, but we won't be able to do that until we actually dump it. But my guess is that it's about 500 pounds or so of weight. This is our 2020 short track dump trailer. It's a 14 foot 14K, and it's rated to haul about 10,000 pounds. And we picked up this trailer from Kelly and Sons Trailer Sales, and I'll put their link in the description if you're interested in a trailer like this. But I want to do this test because I want to see how much different the MPG is comparing the 3.5 EcoBoost and the 2.7 EcoBoost. But I already kind of know that the 2.7 is going to win. It's going to get better mileage. I just don't know how much better, so I want to figure that out. And then after that, for the next video, I want to compare the 3.5 EcoBoost to the 6.2. And the reason I want to do that is because I'm really curious if the V6 platform really doesn't get better MPG than the V8 platform while towing. Now with the 2.7, I already know the 2.7, for whatever reason, I think it's because of the water-cooled exhaust manifolds, the 2.7 does better than any V8, then it does better than 3.5. I just want to really figure out how much better the 2.7 does, but I'm very curious to the idea that the V8 is more efficient than towing when towing than the 3.5 EcoBoost. I don't know. I think that the towing videos that were done in the past kind of point to the idea that the V8s are more efficient than the 3.5, but I think that there's just too much throttle you're getting on in these videos. The testers are getting on the throttle, so I just want to do the MPG test 3.5 versus 6.2, but I want the driving to be under control. I don't want it to be a speeding test because we know that the 3.5 is going to be faster while towing, but going to use more fuel. So I'm curious to how much fuel it uses if they're driven in a similar manner. And if you want to compare the speed of the 3.5 while towing, well, it's so fast that you can't compare it because it's so fast. You're doing things that the V8 can't do. The acceleration that the 3.5 can do, the V8 can't even do. So naturally it's going to use more fuel while doing it. So I would just want to do a straight up MPG test without any speeding. Now with the video today, the original goal was to use this lawnmower. This is our Ferris Z3X 52-inch lawnmower, which weighs about 1,100 pounds, but that kind of got scrapped because this brush job came up and now it's taking up the trailer and we can't use the mower. But anyway, we're slowly increasing the weight of the load, and this is what we're going to haul today. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and get hooked up. See you guys once it's hooked up. Alright, so I'm all hooked up and I got the tarp on the load here so that there's nothing flying out, so everything's tarped up. But we're gonna do the first test here with the 3.5 liter EcoBoost, and we're gonna see what it gets as far as MPG, and then we're gonna have to retest the 2.7 liter again because we do have a baseline with the 2.7 liter, but we do not have a baseline with the load that we have on this trailer right now. So I want to reestablish the baseline, and that way we can actually make a fair comparison between the two trucks. But anyway, let's jump inside the truck, reset everything, and get started with this quick MPG test. Alright, and now that we're rolling with the 2018 F-150 3.5 liter EcoBoost second gen, I can say that it does feel more stable than the 2.7, and it's just the platform, it's the long wheelbase, it's the max towing package, so yeah, it feels better. But it's interesting because this 150 is perfect because I do really haul a lot of brush, not really a lot of stone or machines or anything heavy. It's a lot of brush, and because it's not so heavy, I could get away with an F-150 with this trailer, especially with the max towing package that it has. And it might actually be beneficial considering how much capable this truck is and the fuel economy that it's going to get. As of right now, we're like 2.9, 3 miles in, and we're getting 13.2. Now, I'm curious as to if this is going to be better than a 6.2, and that's probably what I'm going to do next, is test the 6.2, and this will be a good enough test, I think, just to compare against the 6.2, but I will go ahead and redo the 2.7 just out of good faith, even though I think the little bit of load that's in there won't really make a big difference. But it'd be interesting to see what kind of difference it could possibly make. This sucks right here. I'm gonna get over to the left. But it'd be interesting to see what kind of a difference it would make. The power, the power in this truck accidentally just kind of got on it, and it just wants to move that weight. And I think where it just loses at MPG is the fact that it just puts down the power so quickly, where the V8 it doesn't put down the power like this does. So I'm trying to stay out of it just to see what this truck is capable of as far as MPG, because I really do think it will ultimately be more efficient than the V8 competitors. So anyway, we're going to continue this test a little bit further, and I'll check back in with you guys once we get a little bit further in. See you guys in a few minutes. Alright guys, so pretty amazing. Just staying out of the power and driving the truck civilized. It's actually doing really well. It's actually getting 16.2 miles to the gallon. Now, I know what you guys are going to think. Maybe this is not as accurate, but it is what it is. This is kind of one of those things where this is really all I have time to do. I don't have enough time right now to do a full-blown top off the tank at the fuel pump with every truck. But the reality is, yes, this could be slightly off, but it's relatively close, within a few miles. It's not like it's going to be significantly off, but generally these trucks have been pretty accurate within a very, very small amount, within reason. So I'm gonna go ahead and have to trust the computer, and I think that's pretty reasonable. But this truck, driving it civilized, I think that it's pretty much no question is more efficient towing than a V8. We're towing at least 4,000 pounds, but I wanted to really put the mower in the trailer so that we know exactly how much weight it was, but it didn't work out because like I said, the job came in and we kind of loaded up the trailer and we didn't have any way of fitting the mower in it, and I didn't want to pass up on the job. So it is what it is, but it's amazing. Nothing short of amazing that this truck can return 16 plus miles per gallon while towing a dump trailer. It's amazing. And if I wanted to have the power, I have the power of a V8, and then some. I have way more torque than a V8, way more usable power than a V8. So it's pretty amazing. So I'm going to continue this drive, and I'm going to check back in with you guys once I get back. But as of right now, we're 9 miles in, and we're getting 16.4 miles to the gallon. See you guys once we get back and switch out the trucks. All right, back home, and the final verdict is in. We got 15.4 miles to the gallon towing the dump trailer loaded with brush. Now, like I say, I don't know the exact weight of the brush right now, but I will go ahead and weigh the load when I dump it. But nothing short of amazing. Just by not being on the power too much, the 3.5 liter EcoBoost did return good MPG, and I'm gonna hook up to the 2.7 right now, go ahead and tow with it, and we will see what that truck gets. I'll make it real quick, and I'll kind of just show the results because we just towed with that truck, but I'm just curious side by side what the 2.7 liter EcoBoost gets compared to the 3.5 liter EcoBoost. So see you guys after I get done with that 20 mile loop, 23 miles to be exact loop, and we can report what the 2.7 liter EcoBoost returned with the same exact load compared to the 3.5 liter EcoBoost. See you guys in a few. Alright, so just finished the same exact loop with the 2.7, and it returned 17.2 miles per gallon, 23.4 miles. What's really interesting is that's actually better than what this trailer did empty, and I don't know why that is. It could be because it has a tarp over it now. The weight's not that much. Like I say, maybe just like 500 pounds, maybe even less, because it's just a bunch of bushes and everything. So pretty interesting. I'm curious to see, what the difference is. I think it's just a couple mpg. That is to be expected, but it's pretty interesting that it returned better mpg than it did empty. It could have to do with just the conditions of the day. The temperature might be different, winds might be different, but it could be as simple as the tarp is on the trailer and not and the tarp was not on the trailer the first time. So I'm gonna go ahead and park this truck and trailer in the backyard, unhook it, and do a quick closing scene to just end the video. So anyways, see you guys once we get unhooked. Alright guys, that is it for the video. Both trucks did great, and I'm impressed. What's really impressive is that the 2.7 got even better MPG, and it could be related to the fact that the trailer, while it is loaded, it now was tarped and everything, and maybe it gave it a little bit better aerodynamics. It could be the conditions of today, the wind, the temperature, things like that. But I promised that I will increase the weight. The goal, like I said, was to use the mower, but the 1,100 pound mower, but that didn't work out because the trailer is loaded with brush. But anyway guys, that's it for the video. Thank you for watching. I'm gonna try to post as much as I can this week, so hope to see you guys in the comment section. Anyway, thanks for watching. Over and out, and see you in the next video.